amazingly gorgeous, clear blue skies, awesome days, if it weren't for these Luciferian bastards trying to kill us by filling our skies with toxic chemical clouds.
And this has been happening like every freaking day.
So let's spread the word, get the word out. When 300 million of us finally wake up and realize that somebody in our government is authorizing this stuff, that maybe with, that kind of numbers,
we can actually do something. Right now, just me ranting and raving in a field's not going to do anything. You ranting and raving in a field's not going to do anything. 300 million of us waking up and realizing that somebody's trying to kill us, somebody's poisoning us, somebody's intentionally putting toxic chemicals into our sky, well, then maybe we should be able to do something about it.
In the meantime, start looking up, start paying attention, because somebody's trying to kill us. Welcome to the Revolutionary Radio Project. I'm your host, Rob Skiba. Those of you who have been following my work for the past 10 years or so, you know that I frequently talk about conspiracies of various sorts, and one of the worst of them, in my opinion, is that of chemtrails. And I've certainly talked about that on more than a few occasions. In fact, as many of you already know, few things tick me off more than going out on a beautiful, nice, sunny day, looking up and seeing a bunch of chemtrail planes spraying the crap out of our skies with toxic metals and God knows what else. Yeah. Well, when it comes to this particular issue, pun intended, I believe you would be hard-pressed to find anyone more knowledgeable than my guest this evening. His name is Dane Wigington. Dane's background is in the solar energy industry. He is a former employee of Bechtel Power Corp and was a licensed contractor in the states of California and Arizona. He's been engaged in constant climate geoengineering research for the past 15 years. He owns a wildlife preserve next to Lake Shasta in Northern California. In fact, his personal residence was even featured in a cover article on the world's largest renewable energy magazine, Home Power. Dane put all of his focused efforts and energy researching the climate engineering issue when he began to lose very significant amounts of solar uptake due to the ever-increasing solar obscuration issue caused from jet aircraft spraying the skies above his mountaintop home. He also noticed a significant decline in forest health, and it appeared to be accelerating. So he soon began extensive testing and research into the issue of geoengineering and has continued doing so since 2002. He's the lead researcher for the website geoengineeringwatch.org and has investigated all levels of geoengineering from stratospheric aerosol geoengineering to solar radiation management and the various activities of facilities like HARP. Dane has appeared on numerous films and radio interviews in an effort to educate the public on the extremely dire environmental and health dangers we face from these ongoing global climate intervention programs. And so it is my great honor to welcome him here for the first time to the Revolutionary Radio Project. Dane, are you there, sir?
I hear you loud and clear, Rob. Is my audio okay?
Yes, you sound great. Thanks so much for coming on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your courage in addressing this issue that, as we've discussed off air, very few people yet understand the gravity and immediacy of what is unfolding, and I certainly don't blame everything on the climate engineering operations, though, as we also discussed, mathematically speaking, it is the single greatest climate disrupting factor at this moment. And that is not to negate all the other forms of human damage to the planet, not in any way denying that. But I'm stating the intentional climate intervention operations are not only derailing all of Earth's life support systems, and we are currently in what is scientifically termed an abrupt climate collapse at this moment. That will become ever more clear as the weeks and months go by. But these programs also, Rob, and I'll give the mic back to you, they are contaminating literally every breath we take. We have the lab tests to prove that. We just completed the first time ever atmospheric testing from a flying lab. And I can go into more details when you choose.
absolutely. You talk about every breath we take, and one of the reasons why I've mentioned it so much on my radio broadcast is for whatever reason.
Every breath we take. Man, that's scary. The atmosphere has been changed for the past 20 years. I've seen the change. It's really sad, too. It's all sad, but we can't stop this AI demonic system. Cannot. It's, I don't even want to fight no more. All right. Most of the people know who is the enemy. So it's like, why even do videos anymore? I don't even see a point in it because, in a way, we're winning, but at the same time, we're losing. We're losing because they're spraying skies. That's the end game. 5G and the spraying work together in this mass extermination of humans. And it's the humans who is the AI and the masters of technology. You all know who it is. They seek to destroy us, and it's sad. I was sprayed on when West Nile in New York was the thing. A small, I think it was a two-engine small plane, flew over me and sprayed some type of spray on me, and they were not spraying bugs or mosquitoes. They were actually spraying people, and it's crazy. I've seen a lot of weird stuff, and this is just this is just one factor and one bit of evidence that confirms that there's no way to defeat what's going to happen next 5, 10 years. There's no way. All we could do is just be herded into that wherever they point us to. And John X, you know, it's true what you said about Jesus is the only way. You know why? Because in my perspective, Jesus is a Muslim. So when he returns, he's going to tell you, I was never the son. I never proclaimed to be the son of God. But when he comes, he'll tell you. Uh, the only thing and the only way Jesus was able to perform his miracles was through the grace and mercy of God. And God made him do those miracles to show Israel that there was a God. Because and as soon as he performed those miracles, he had followers. He had real followers. And we're coming back. When Jesus comes back, he'll bring back the righteous doctrine that you need to follow. Not Nimrod, the cross, which he carried the cross, Nimrod. This is why I talk about the cube and Saturn. It's all related to Satan. You have to understand that there's no one worthy of worship but God. Point blank. There's no man, no woman that could ever be worshipped. So that's why you have to be careful who you follow. But that's all I have to say. John X, he is the way, the truth, and they're trying to attack Jesus. And they will kill us if we proclaim his name soon. They're getting to it. They're like a couple of more years. But those will be the martyrs that died for Jesus' name, because he's going to be banned. Just like every other religion, it's just going to be a satanic rulership, because that's how they made it. They made it that everything but if it's anything Christian or something righteous, they block it and bring their own interpretation of what is supposed to be, who's God and whatever. So now they got everyone, they have for at least hundreds of years worshiping a man. You know, Jesus was worshipped, the Vatican and the Catholics imposed that only Jesus, without Jesus, you can't get to the Father. So that was automatically blasphemous. But I'm not here to bash Christians because most Christians know. The Christians in the Middle East, they know Allah is Allah and Jesus is a man. They know this because they haven't been lied to their whole life. Now, and Christians in the Middle East call their God Allah. Oh, does that make them Muslim? No. It's the language. It's a language barrier that we face. So you just gotta not worship men. Helios, Osiris, Nimrod, the same names. Chemtrails, it's real. It's working towards this one world control grid.